Okay, happy Friday. Super excited today. Love today. So grateful for today. I'm grateful for, as always, each and every one of you joining us today and all of the things in the world that I am just grateful for. Just grateful for the day. So I've been using this affirmation every day. Each and every day, someone somewhere needs my services and products, and my job is to find that person or people. And I've got it all over my house. I've got it in my office, and I'm chanting it on a daily basis. So that's one of my affirmations that I'm doing. And I told everybody, this week we've been talking a lot about different things to help our business, to change our business. And I'm very grateful for my daughter, Alex, and I'm bringing her on today because, what she's studying and what she's doing is very, very, it kind of really goes with everything that we're doing as a mastermind. And I thought it would be awesome to have her kind of share what's going on in the world today in terms of what in the innovation of positive psychology, gratitude, mindfulness, things like that. And so I'm going to let her tell her story, and then we'll go from there. Alex, take it away.
Thanks, Mom. Hi, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here on this Friday. Sometimes I feel like after you go on and you're so busy that sometimes it's great to take a moment to be a part of an amazing Zoom and be with all of your friends from all over the world. So I just really appreciate getting the opportunity to do this with you. A little bit about myself. About 3 years ago, I really found myself crawling out of bed to go to the bathroom, go to the refrigerator. I wasn't happy, and I drove down to go watch my parents speak at the Long Beach Convention Center, where they were presenting. They were the keynote speakers for the Nerium session, and at that conference, Sean Aker was there, and I remember sitting in the way back, like up all the way at the top, and I stood up and I was like, I want to be just like you. Well, long story short is what started happening was all my work started going into that area. So I was studying behavioral neuroscience, and I wanted to study youth and what parts of their brain light up most when they're happy. But although I was doing that work, I was still a really miserable person. And as I was continue going through, my parents called me and they said, I really need you to come out to Dallas to watch Robin's son. And I said, no. And they said, but I really need you to come because I want Robin to sit next to me, and, you just need to watch Brody. And I said, no. Well, long story short is I went out there and I sat in the family room miserable for 3 days. It was the worst 3 days of my life, actually, interestingly enough. And what ended up happening was when I was on the plane ride from Dallas to Los Angeles, I sat next to a fine young lady by the name of Michelle Guilan, and she asked me, is everybody on this plane from Nerium? And I said, yes. And, I fell asleep after that, and she did her own thing, and I didn't want to talk to her because I had found out that I had all 3 seats, and she was sitting in one of the seats, so I couldn't lay down. And long story short is that we got into an amazing conversation, and I will forever thank her for being the person that changed my life. She introduced me to the field of positive psychology. She introduced me to, it wasn't just the field of positive psychology, it was the growth and development of the things that I was implementing into my life to become a better person, to become a better me, to share my light to everybody else in this field. And since then, it's just been an amazing ride. I got into USC, and I'll tell you, it hasn't been the easiest process at USC being a positive psychology major. And so that's kind of what this is all about. This conversation today is that I have been people laughed at me. I was the laughing stock for saying, you know, positivity, human flourishing, this is what we need, especially in the field of social work in the current climate. And everyone was like, this is not what we need. We're fine. It's not an intervention, so it doesn't matter. And I got a fellowship. And the fellowship gave me the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. So this is really about innovation. It's about intention, and it's about inspiration. We are all really we all get really busy, including myself, and we lose sight of our why. We lose sight of our intentions and our motivation to why are we doing this? Why is Miriam a part of my life? Why is it important for me to share who I am, what my story is to all these people that I want to be a part of my journey? So these last 10 days I've been in Washington, D.C., and I had the opportunity to be a part of all these innovation labs. I get really excited when I talk about it because we here in California, we're the implementers. We don't really know what's going on in these labs where they're doing all this work. And what was so great for me was that here I am 5 years later, and Jeff Olson, he was the one who really brought this into my life. And here, all these innovation labs are starting positive psychology engagements and empathy initiatives and all these things that surround the components of human flourishing. And they're going into education. They're going into government. And so I got to meet with, the DOE, the Department of Energy, and the National Nuclear Security Administration. And this was inspiring. I got to go meet with Deloitte Greenhouse and all of these, elected officials and see what the type of stuff they're doing, especially in the current climate. And what I found within myself was how great it was to be in a room with all of my fellow colleagues from school, and how they were all like, what is this positive stuff? And everyone was doing it. And so for me, what it showed me was I am right where I need to be. The stuff that I'm doing in my day is exactly what I need to be doing. So I have a video that I wanted to show you, because what I said to you earlier was that, we all get really busy and we lose sight of what's important to us. Why are we doing this? And this video what re-inspired me. And so, out of Washington, D.C., I actually got a job opportunity working for the National Nuclear Security Administration, federal agency. They have just opened up, they've just changed their Office of Inclusion and Diversity to their Office of Employee Empowerment. And me and my colleague are both heading out to Washington, D.C. June 1st to do our initial interview, and we will be working remotely for the next 6 months, and I will be at Live Happy as well. And then starting in January 1st, I will move everything, including my dog, to Washington, D.C. So it's been a whirlwind of a crazy time. And, I just really want to share one other thing about how small of a world that it is. Yesterday, I've been at a symposium with King's School of London, and it was really my job to just share who I was and just be there in the moment. And the guy who was sitting next to me he was a sir. His name was Sir Wesley. And long story short is that he knew all of the people that I knew from IPEN, and I got to share that part of me. I got to spread happiness. And so the idea is that this stuff, positive psychology, happiness, starting this as a conversation will help the journey with Miriam, will help you grow and develop within yourself, will help, it's the end of the month. I know that everyone's trying to bring on more people, trying to engage. This is one way to do that. Spark a conversation by, what are you doing today to make yourself happy? What are you doing that allows you to think about yourself today? I know I just had my morning Youth Factor drink, and I wanted to start off today with I hope everyone had their Youth Factor drink, because I know I'm feeling great. So, today I really encourage everybody to go out and just ask a fun question. How's your day going? What's making you happy today? So, I want to inspire you guys, and this video by Deloitte Greenhouse was really my inspiration to say to myself, you are where you're supposed to be, and this is how you can continue growing. This is how to make yourself better, and this is how to get out of my funk that I was in when I was just extremely busy. So, Mom, please play.
There's no sound, Annie. Annie, I think you have to unmute yourself so we could hear your sound.
So I really wanted to share that with all of you guys, and I wanted to allow an open forum. What happened to me last week after I watched that, it just so happened to be our very last place that we went to, and my brain was just like, wow, not only did this remind me of when I sit at Nerium conventions and these movies are playing, because it's re-inspiring us, it's retrying to find our why, redefine who we are in that moment. But I was just like, this video can be used for anybody, which was so great. Nobody else had a video. And so I wanted to, put an open forum up and to just like throw out ideas, and let's innovate some new ideas that everybody can kind of use to end their month off with a bang, and to, really work off one another, because I find through, relationships, through building cohesion, through all this stuff, we work better when we work together. So I wanted to open up the forum to anybody and say whatever you'd like. And
well, let me tell you something, Alex. I want to just start off by opening it up as well, but I want to say that one of the things that I think you said, which was incredible, was changing the conversation, so that in your business, you're asking the question, what makes you happy? What in your life makes you happy? And what struck me with what you're doing, and especially when you got to Washington, is that what Jeff Olson introduced to the Nerium family 5 years ago with Sean Aker was happiness. And his mission was to build a movement. And I think Nerium, unfortunately, so far, it is my belief that Nerium has not really taken advantage of what that really means. And I know that, most people in their business life do not go to work and say, I'm so happy. This is such a great place. I cannot believe I'm so excited to get to work every day. Most people don't have that. And here at Nerium, we have a part-time experience to build a business. And yet the whole philosophy of our company is, be happy, bring that into your life, and bring that kind of, inspiration to other people. So that's something that I really, I've been trying to build into my business as well. I think that people can find something in Nerium, not only a financial answer, not only maybe building your own business, which, a lot of people can't do, but they can find an answer in just having a place that they're really enjoying themselves, and having a place where they can learn how to, build a business and enjoy doing that, and having all of that around them to be a better person and all those things. So I just wanted to mention that. I really loved it, Alex. Thank you for sharing. And really and truthfully, you guys, this is our mastermind. This is the way we open up the conversation. So let's do it.
I want to say something to that note. Alex, thank you so much for bringing that. What a wonderful video that can be used worldwide in all corporations and whatnot, in business and in personal lives, whatnot. So thank you for that. It was awesome. And it's amazing that Nerium has brought the platform of bringing happy into everyone's lives. And it's not really Nerium's responsibility. It is our responsibility. And, Annie, like you said, you bring it into your life. And what I've learned, and what amazes me every time I do it, you guys, is when I have a 3-way call for somebody else, the first thing I always ask them before I go into, sharing or anything about me is, hey, so tell me about you. Tell me a little bit about what makes you happy. And David Bird teaches us that, right? I mean, he's the one that brought that to my attention. And, it's such a weird concept in traditional business. And we get to do that in Nerium and not be afraid to go there. And what happens for me every single time is you hear on the other side of the phone, like, oh, wow, somebody's really interested. Or, oh my gosh, yeah, I'll tell you what makes me happy. It just sort of makes their day. It sort of shifts their brain into, this person is really interested. And that's really what it is, right? That's what we're doing, is when we're sharing with somebody and we're trying to bring, find out what's important to them. That's what we get to do on this platform. So it's pretty special. So thanks, Alex.
Who else? Let's have the conversation. No one wants.
Good morning. Oh, oops.
Hi. Who was that?
I thought I was speaking over someone. It's Natalia. Hi, good morning. Hey, I just wanted to say that was really awesome, Alex. Part of the reason I jump on this Zoom every morning is for positive reinforcement and to get my confidence for the day, and to just listen to your mom. And oh my God, I want my daughter to hang out with you. I'm just so proud. You're just amazing. And what you said about not being happy and just going through your day, the corporation I worked for before, I completely relate. I used to do that just because I was obligated, and I was trying to feel loyal to this company. And but I wasn't happy. I'm happy now. So I just thought that was awesome, Alex, and so proud of you.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
I was just going to say that, one of the most important parts about being happy is also commending yourself, is also saying, you're doing a really great job, and you are here on the Zoom every single day. That there are not a lot of people that do that. And so it's important to also say to yourself, I'm here, I did it for mission, and I'm going to have a kick-ass day now because I started off my day like this. And so it's about intention. It's about inspiration. They say religion did it best, is that it teaches you rituals. It teaches you to believe something higher than yourself. And so that's not for everybody, but at least for this is a morning ritual that everybody can be a part of, where you can be with all of your colleagues from all over the world, spit ideas off one another, grow with each other, smile, laugh, share your stories. And that is more positivity, affirmation, warmth than you probably get throughout your day. And so these morning Zooms are so important to your guys' daily rituals, which is why, this positivity and spreading this is essential to this work. So.
Well, that is true, and I think that's why I'm grateful every day for everybody that comes on this Zoom, because it's I've always said it sets the trajectory of the day. It helps us, focus in on the things that we're, most excited about and what we want to do. So, does anyone else have anything to add or comment?
Yeah, of course I do. Congratulations, Alex. I think you are on the right path, and I know you're on the right path. There are a series of books that Dr. Wayne Dyer wrote that is on this very subject, and they are very awesome books, and I'd highly recommend The Power of Intention and a couple of other of his books. And I'll post them on the page where you can actually get the audibles or get the book itself. But these books help us understand the why behind how powerful this is. So great. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Randy. That's great.
Is there anybody that's doing anything specific with their business that they could probably just like shout out that maybe could help somebody else on the Zoom? I know my aunt, shared what she does, how she starts off her conversations, her three-way conversations. Is there anybody else doing that maybe could be an example for somebody else on the Zoom?
I do. This is Breeze. A lot of you people know I play table tennis almost every day. Well, when I start to play, they call me the snake oil man or whatever, but I let them know that I'm on EHT and I'm on U Factor. So get ready to get your butt kicked. And then it gives them it lifts me up competitively, knowing that, hey, taking my products, which I believe in. So when I play, it also lets them know that, hey, I want some of that stuff. So anyway, it's just a little kick in to let them know that, what do you do to get that energy to stay happy when you're playing, even though I'm getting beat and I'm just saying, hey, good shot. Because usually you want to just be competitive and I'm gonna get you. But anyway, yeah. So something like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I do see the big difference when I do take the products, mainly like EHT. Like yesterday, I took 2 EHT, and man, the strategy to next serve and playing with that energy and having lots of fun. That's it. Thanks.
Breeze, you bring up a really good point, because I think when you feel differently, people see you differently. And I do think that that's a huge, huge, huge thing. The more you feel better, or the more that you're doing something that's changing who you are, regardless of what it is, people do see it. They do. And it is a very, very powerful part of, who you are and the changes that you're making. So I think that's awesome. That's a very good point. Yeah, the products are great. Sharon was talking about that last night, about the youth factor and how it's changed her whole, the way she feels, the way she sleeps, her energy, everything. So people notice it.
It's pretty impressive to see in a room full of people who's on the youth factor and who isn't. You actually can tell. I feel like the ones that are taking it are more vibrant. So, and that's what people have been saying. Like when me and Maria were with a bunch of people the other day, they said we were vibrant. And it's not that we always aren't vibrant and happy, but we just have something different about us because we feel really good. And what you were saying, Alex, so I can tell, well, first of all, I'm super proud of you. I remember the day we were in Hoboken and you were just sitting there like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, Robin. And it was right after that convention. So I remember, and I know Brody was torturing you at convention, but I'm happy that you came and took the torture, because look at where it's taken you. So everything happens for a reason. And I do believe that, but I'm really proud of you. And I agree with what you're saying. So I know for me, if I don't set up my day in a certain way, or if I go too long without focusing on gratitudes and positivity, I can let my day just take me into a spiral downwards. So I always have to then go for a walk, clear my head, and reset, because your brain can literally take you down a dark, ugly tunnel if you let it. And when I take a moment and reflect, amazing things happen. Like the other day, I was like, oh, this and this. And I was complaining about everything to someone, I think to my mom. And I just went for a walk and cleared my head. And then within 5 minutes, 2 people had texted me about trying the product and one ordered. And I was like, oh, so it's literally all mental. It's all mindset. And so you're always attracting it through your positive energy. And now people see it with the youth factor. I swear. It's like you can walk into a room and you look different. And Breeze, you're 100% correct. People will start to take notice on that. So thank you. And thank you for sharing with us, Alex.
I wanted to share something. Hi, Alex. It's Caroline. I on the note of how we get to share happiness through Nerium after hearing Karen talk. I know that sometimes when I'm talking to, especially I think when I'm doing a 3-way call for somebody on my team with the person that doesn't know me, the person on the other end often says, God, you really like what you're doing, or you sound really excited. And then that's when I get to share, why I'm so excited. And it's not about the products, and even business-wise, but it's, I get to tell them that I came from a world where my job was really stressful, and that I did not get to make people happy during the day. I was not happy. It was all about stress. And so, yeah, I'm very grateful to be doing Nerium because I get to work with people that are happy. I get to maybe make someone happy with something that I'm doing, with something that I'm saying. I get to help other people build their business and run with me. And so, that's how I get to share how Nerium brought happiness in my life. So I just thought I'd share that.
That's great, Caroline. I think that's the secret ingredient. I think that's the secret sauce that we've got, and we need to really utilize that. That's called a unique selling proposition. We are happy. We sell happy, and I'll tell you, if we utilize that, if we really utilize that into our life and our business and what we're broadcasting, things will change. It's what you broadcast. It really is. So I don't know if anyone else has anything to share, but if you do, please jump in. If not, I just want to say, thank you, Alex, so very much for sharing. I know it's early for you. And I appreciate you being part of our Zoom today. It was very special for me as your mom, but I love to be able to share you with everybody else because I know you're doing things that is very, it goes along with everything we do on this Zoom. And so I appreciate your time, and I look forward to the next time. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great long weekend. And you know what? This is a great weekend. We're going to see a lot of friends and family and fun. So we've got a lot of really good punch to share. So have fun doing that, and we will all see each other. We aren't going to probably do the Zoom on Monday. I'll put out a little note because that's a holiday for everybody. So we'll start again up on Tuesday, okay? And I'll put that out on the team page and on the thread on Facebook. So have a great weekend, you guys.
Thanks, Annie. Thanks, Alex.
Annie, thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Good job.
Enjoy your Kool-Aid, Annie.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Annie and Alex.
Great seeing you, Alex.